Did I scare you? No? Well, whatever. It may have worked on you, but it definitely would have worked on someone like her. What's going on, everybody? My name is Phantomatic, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build Honkai Star Rail's Wind Abundance supporter and resident ghost hunting coward, HuoHuo. You'd think that someone being afraid of ghosts would, well, avoid them at all costs, right? Well, not this one. This easily scared Foxian girl with a literal ghost as her tail named, well, Mr. Tail, must go out to fight, catch, or dispel many ghouls and ghosts that comes their way for the 10 Lords Commission. As always, here are the materials you'll need to ascend your HuoHuo to level 80. Anyways, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and let's get to building.
Let's get it. It's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You boys don't get flyer than this. Roll a dope, yeah, I'm high as a bitch. Wait, it's lit. Get that little bitch a little tip. Now she wanna suck on the dick. She wanna catch all of the drip. Pull up and I'm loading the clip. New bitch, yeah, stay on my hip. Niggas talking, they not with this shit. Catch a body, you might just get hit. But lately been all about drip. New designer, just look at the fit. And I just blew a bag on my bitch. You got clout, but you don't got the drip.
Oh, there really is something!
Here I am!
Her technique, Fiend Impreachment of Evil, allows her to terrorize surrounding enemies and applies Horror Struck on them. And enemies with this Horror Struck will begin to run away from HuoHuo for 10 whole seconds. And what Horror Struck does is guarantee a 2-turn, 25% attack reduction to every single enemy on the field when you enter battle. While this may not sound powerful, you're guaranteeing that the enemies aren't going to be hitting as hard as they usually do for 2 entire turns. Although, depending on the team you put her on, you wouldn't be using this as much. Her skill, Talisman Protection, will allow HuoHuo to remove 1 debuff from a single teammate and will immediately heal that said teammate's HP equal to 19.6% of her max HP plus 497, and will also heal other members of your party that are around the selected ally that gets the main healing for 15.7% of HuoHuo's max HP plus 398. Her skill also ties into her passive, Possession, Ethereal Metaflow, which will grant her 2 turns of Divine Provision, and what this does is if HuoHuo has Divine Provision and every time your ally's turn starts, or if they use their ultimate, they'll restore HP equal to 4.2% of HuoHuo's max HP plus 107, and other allies with HP 50% or below will receive this healing as well. And if Divine Provision is triggered when it heals an ally, it'll dispel 1 debuff from said ally, which can also be triggered up to 6 times for 6 instances of debuff removal. Note that Divine Provision will decrease at the start of HuoHuo's turn. I don't really have to explain why HuoHuo's skill and passive is so damn good. Basically 6 turns of debuff removal, 7 if you count the skill, multi-healing with her skill, and more healing with her passive. It's really no wonder why HuoHuo is so high up on many tier lists. Her ultimate, Tails Spiritual Domination, will allow HuoHuo to regenerate all allies' energy, excluding herself, by an amount equal to 18.8% of their max energy, and will also increase all allies' attack by 36% for 2 turns. Basically being a walking battery while also massively increasing everyone's attack is honestly ridiculous. Her ascensions goes as listed. Ascension 2, Fearful to Act. HuoHuo will gain 1 turn of Divine Provision when she enters the battle. Ascension 4, the Cursed One. HuoHuo's chance to resist crowd control debuffs is increased by 35%. Ascension 6, Stress Reaction to Horror. HuoHuo will regenerate 1 energy when her passive Divine Provision is triggered.
Oh, there really is something!
Here I am!
When it comes to which traits you should prioritize, in order it's going to be Ultimate, Skill, Talent, then Basic Attack. However, Skill, Ultimate, Talent, then Basic Attack is another option. But regardless, Basic Attack is last priority. As for the mini traces, I'd recommend going for the HP and Speed ones respectively, and then the Effect Res one.
Oh, there really is something!
Here I am!
If you're wondering whether or not HuoHuo is good at E0, then I'd highly recommend putting your wallet back, because HuoHuo is pretty good at E0. However, if you are interested in pulling dupes, then I'd recommend going for either E1, Anchored to Vessel, Spectres Nestled, or E2, Sealed in Tails Wraith Subdued. Since her E1 extends her Divine Provision by 1 and will allow her to increase all ally speed by 12% when she possesses Divine Provision. And her E2 will allow HuoHuo to revive a fallen enemy if she currently possesses Divine Provision and will restore their health by an amount equal to 50% of their max health. Note that this effect can only be triggered twice per battle. While her E4, Tied in Life, Bound to Strife, which will allow her to increase her maximum healing by 80% the less health the targeted ally has, is pretty good. I just don't think it's worth pulling for, especially at E4. And her E6, which will increase the specific ally's damage by 50% when HuoHuo heals them for 2 turns, is also in the same position as E4. Pretty good, but wouldn't recommend going so deep for.
I know there really is something!
HuoHuo's signature 5-star Lightcone, Knight of Fright, is her best 5-star option since it'll increase her energy regen rate, will heal the ally with the least health whenever an ally uses their ultimate, and whenever she heals an ally, she'll also increase their attack by 2 turns as well, which can be stacked up to 5 times. The 5-star Lightcone, Time Waits for No One, is her second and final 5-star option, since it'll increase her max HP and outgoing healing, and whenever she heals an ally, the Lightcone will record the amount of outgoing healing, so when an ally launches an attack, a random attacked enemy will get hit with the additional damage equal to a certain amount of the recorded outgoing healing. Note that the extra damage is of the same type as HuoHuo's and is not affected by any buffs and only happens once per turn. The 4-star Lightcone, Shared Feelings, is her best 4-star option since it will increase her outgoing healing, and when she uses her skill, she will generate a certain amount of energy for all allies. The 4-star Lightcone, Perfect Timing, is her second best Lightcone since it will increase her effect res and increases her outgoing healing by an amount equal to a certain amount of effect res. The 4-star Lightcone, Post-Op Conversation, is going to be her third best Lightcone since it will increase her energy regen and increases her outgoing healing when she uses her ultimate. Quid Pro Quo is going to be her fourth best 4-star Lightcone since it will randomly regenerate energy for a chosen ally with energy lower than 50%. This does not include HuoHuo. Warmth Shortens Cold Nights is going to be her last 4-star option since it will increase her max HP and she'll also heal all allies whenever she uses her basic attack. The 3-star Lightcone, Cornucopia, is going to be her best and only 3-star option since it will increase her outgoing healing whenever she uses her skill or ultimate.
I know there really is something!
The 2-piece Passerby of Wandering Cloud set and 2-piece Messenger Traversing set is HuoHuo's best option since it will increase her outgoing healing by 10% and increase her speed by 6%. However, you can replace the Messenger set with the 2-piece Longevious Disciple set, which will increase her max HP by 12%. The 2-piece Messenger set and 2-piece Longevious Disciple set is another option you can go with since it will increase her speed by 6% and increase her max HP by 12%. The 4-piece Passerby of Wandering Cloud set is another option since it will increase her outgoing healing by 10% with the 2-piece and recovers 1 skill point at the beginning of the battle with the 4-piece. And the 4-piece Messenger Traversing Hackerspace set is HuoHuo's last option since it will increase her speed by 6% with the 2-piece and increases all ally speed by 12% for 1 turn when HuoHuo uses her ultimate on an ally. As for Planar Orbs, Fleet of the Ageless is her best option since it will increase her max HP by 12% and all allies gain an 8% attack increase when HuoHuo's speed reaches 120 or higher. Broken Keel is her second best option since it will increase her effect res by 10% with the 2-piece and all allies crit damage increases by 10% when her effect res is 30% or higher. And Akoni, Land of the Dreams, is her third best option since it will increase her energy regen by 5% and everyone who has the same damage type as HuoHuo will have their damage increased by 10%. And Sprightly Von Walk is her last option since it will increase her energy regen by 5% and if her speed is 120 or higher, her actions are advanced forward by 40% when she enters battle. As for main stats on your relics, you want to go for outgoing healing or HP percent on your body, speed on your feet, HP percent on your sphere, and energy regen on your rope. As for substats, you'd want speed, HP percent, flat HP, and defense percent or effects res.
I know there really is something!
Here I am!
Since HuoHuo can heal, increase attack, and regen energy for her allies, teams like Yun Li, Ting Yun, Sparkle, and HuoHuo Kafka, Black Swan, Robin, and HuoHuo, Acheron, Pela, Silverwolf, and HuoHuo, IB, Don Hung, Sparkle, Tingyun, and HuoHuo, and Acheron, Pela, Gwenifin, and HuoHuo all work really well. Anyways, that's gonna be it for HuoHuo's build guide. I hope this video was of some use to you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next Honkai Star Rail video. Signing off.